Welcome to episode 2 of the recovery series. I'm James from jcfitnessexperience.com and today I'm going to be recording an at-home back workout. Can't get to the gym at the moment due to these. Unfortunately, I'm pretty restricted. So instead I'll be taking you through the exercises that I perform, and hopefully you can get some tips and some hints that will hopefully help you with your exercises. I'll be utilising dumbbells, resistance band and my own body weight as forms of resistance to increase the intensity. You'll also learn a few training systems, advanced training tips, and just a few tips along the way to really maximise your opportunities when you are either in the gym, at your home, or whatever environment you set yourself for your workout. Now, before you start any exercise session, what we need to do is ensure that you're warm enough. So a sufficient warm-up is vital to ensure we don't injure ourselves and to get the joints mobilised and really lubricate the areas that we will be working. So injury prevention, what I'd recommend is sort of get the heart rate up by maybe 5 minutes on a cardiovascular piece of equipment or jogging on the spot. Not going to happen for me unless I just hop. Again, not really appropriate. So instead we're going to go straight on with some dynamic sort of movements. All this is going to do is ensure that the areas that I will be exercising are sufficiently warm to prevent any risk of injury. So I've got a resistance band, and all I'm going to do is nice and easy, just bring it forward and back. Shoulders are a high risk injury area. So by doing this, it's just, as I say, lubricating the joints, getting a bit of movement going. There we go. And again, all you're looking to do, a lot of people make the mistake of doing static stretches. So what I mean by that would be to sort of hold something, keep it static, and what that can do, it's relaxing the muscle. So we don't want that, we want to activate the muscle. So like I say, just getting the movement going to prevent risk. I'm doing this all on one leg, so thumbs up for balance, and over the other side, and just a few claps in front and behind. So this is great for an upper body warm up. It's going to warm up the chest, it's going to warm up the back, it's going to warm up the shoulders, and as you can hear, it's getting me slightly out of breath, higher heart rate, and we're pretty much ready to go. So that's me done looking like a prat. Join me shortly for the first exercise. So the first exercise is wide grip pull-ups with the narrow grip pull-ups superset. As you can see, what I'm really focusing on throughout the exercise is to really contract the back muscle. A lot of people will really focus through the biceps. What that will do is obviously take the tension away from the big back muscle, which is going to expend the most amount of calories. So by focusing primarily on really pulling yourself up through the back, it will just ensure that you're taking away from the bicep and focusing on the big latissimus dorsi muscle of the back. So that's the wide grip variant. This isn't in any particular order, it's not how I performed it, it's not the whole workout, but as you can see here, there's more of a focus on the biceps to bring yourself up, but again, it's really pulling yourself up. A good way I think of it is by sort of having your elbows, feel like you're pushing your elbows down rather than pulling yourself up. But as you see, failing towards the end. Again, nothing wrong in failure. You do it in every single workout. Again, this is a different set. I believe I come about to fail in a little bit. Again, the focus here is really just concentrating on the tempo, nice and controlled throughout. And as you can see, just getting a top squeeze. And this is the point where I actually push myself up and lower myself on the eccentric phase. Again, this is great if you can't perform full pull-ups to start with. What this can do, it can just strengthen the muscle and you're lowering yourself down under control, which again is going to be TOT, TUT, sorry, time under tension of that muscle, and again maximising the strain put on it. So again, final one of pull-ups. As you see, nice and controlled throughout, and as I fail on the final set, I focus on the eccentric phase as just to really get the maximum benefit. So the next exercise is resistance band low, medium and high rows. Again, targeting the back muscles. Really here, as you can see, focusing on having the shoulders retracted back, chest up, nice erect spine, and really focusing on getting a good squeeze on every single repetition. And that's just varying the angles, changing how I target the muscle. But again, really focusing on that sort of 2-second squeeze at the end. Just a different variety of the exercise, so this time it's a high row. Again, just focusing on really maximising the squeeze on every single repetition. Bringing it a little bit closer. So that was the first set. Next set, we take it into isolating each arm at a time. Again, really focusing on the squeeze. This is going to be beneficial, mainly just because, you know, you're ensuring even more workload is going through the muscle. And as you can see, I hold my chest just to ensure the torso doesn't rotate and take away some of the emphasis from the latissimus dorsi. As you can see from my silly facial expressions, it is fatiguing. They are quite strong bands, these, and again, you know, really focusing on muscular contraction, especially when you're working your back muscles, mainly because, you know, you can't see them being worked, so it's all about a mind-muscle connection. And as you can see, just really repping out, really focusing on every single repetition to ensure I'm maximising the workout. And just a quick note, I alter the resistance band positioning on each set. So I start maybe with the low row, the next set I'll start with, say, the mid row. It just, you know, it shocks the system and adds variety. And here I'm just concluding the second set with some pump one, just to get the blood flow going. And again, just give a nice burn prior to starting the third and final set. So with the last set, change the camera angle, but it's the same exercises, it's the same technique. Really focusing here on a nice slow return to the starting position, and then pulling it in nice and quickly and contracting. And the facial expressions, the blowing of the cheeks, you know, shows the intensity. It's tough work. And here we are again, just really repping out. Yeah, looking at the camera, never good. And just focus on really, you know, having your arms nice and close to your side, keeping the chest up, shoulders back, and really just pulling with your back muscles. So, you know, your arms are going to assist somewhat, but keep it minimal. And here we are, as you can see, focusing just on one side at a time. And it's just another different way to vary the workout up. So that's the pulls. The final exercise is kettlebell lat pullover. A really good exercise just to sort of target the lats further without any bringing any other muscle really into it. Again, as you can see with the elbows, they're locked. They're locked in that position. Well, they should be. Oh, just adjusting. Yeah, but they're locked into the position. Just a slight bend in the elbow, and really, again, you know, pulling up with the lats, with the back muscles. Anyone can sort of pull it up with the arms, but the focus is really on the latissimus dorsi muscle, and just getting a really good squeeze on each repetition. So straight on to set 3 here. We did 4 sets on this exercise. Different camera angle again, blowing. It is fatiguing this with the 20 kg kettlebell. Again, focusing on the technique, focusing on making every rep count. you know, anyone can move weight, but it's all about the contraction and really feeling the muscle work. So this is just really giving a good stretch in the back muscle. Fourth set, as you can see, we performed the 20 kg pullovers for, I think it was around about 10 repetitions, keeping technique. You know, it's going slightly here, the elbows are slightly more bent, which is taking away some of the strain on the back muscle, but it's, you know, still working it. And what I perform here is a triple drop set. This exercise technique is fantastic. As you can see, the kettlebells are lined up. We've got a 16 that I'm going to go to now. And all this is taking the repetitions, the muscular failure further. So, you know, by dropping the weight slightly, only by a small amount, you can just further get more repetitions out. Really deplete your muscles of any energy. And as you see, I'm just surfing the rack, working down. So this is now the 12 kg. On each drop, you shouldn't be able to perform more than the previous rep range, if that makes sense. Otherwise it defeats the object. So this can be performed on any exercise, the triple drop set. I usually perform it on the final set. And as you see, with the 8 kg, it wouldn't really be worth the point in doing a double arm. So we just alternate and take it into a single arm. Again, really focusing. So if you haven't got exercise equipment that is, or you know, particularly heavy, you can utilise single arm. You can be standing on one leg, or if you're like me, you'll have to stand on one leg in some cases. But there's ways to really, you know, alter the training stimulus. It's not always just weight that needs to vary. So we finish off with the final rep. So there you have it. Still out of breath. Just finished the final exercise, the pullover with the triple drop set, as I previously described. Really good workout. It just proves you don't need the traditional gym to get an intense workout. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm a personal trainer, gym free, you know, I've got things like kettlebells, which is great. You know, it increases my intensity, it provides the opportunity to take reps further. But ultimately, body weight, you can do, you know, the pull-ups, a whole workout of just pull-ups. It's still going to, you know, maximise the opportunity, maximise the calories burnt, maximise muscle activation. So that's that. What a lot of people forget at the end of a workout is the importance of stretching. I had a Twitter follower just say, you know, could you explain a bit about stretching? So this is for you and anyone else that benefit. You know, if you do a full body, then of course you need to stretch out, you know, the whole body. But I focus primarily on the back today. You know, biceps are going to be involved slightly, shoulders. So just quickly, I'll run through them. Hold them for as long as you can. The longer the better. If you know, you can take stretches further. But just don't skimp on this. What you don't want to do, you know, you don't want to leave worked muscles, because that's how you get knots, that's how you get injury. So you'll be more susceptible to injuries if you do not stretch at the end. So, without further ado, a nice stretch for the latissimus dorsi, the big back muscle, is simply, again, I'm doing it on one leg, so interlink the hands together, turn them out, raise them above to feel a stretch, relax the shoulders, and then just really try and get a stretch through those back muscles. So you should be feeling it down the sides. I'll just whiz through. You would hold this, like I say, as long as possible. Another good one, for particular the rhomboids, which is sort of the muscle in between the shoulder blades, and also this will work the trapezius, the muscle sort of the back of the shoulder. Interlink the hands, turn them out, and you're looking to just push through and relax the head, your chin on your upper chest. And again, you should get a nice stretch. And then finally, what I'm going to do is just the deltoids. They do play a part in certain exercises. So just bring that across the body, and you should feel a nice stretch around the deltoid, mainly the front, but it will also get the medial and the posterior deltoid. and just swap arms. As you can hear, I'm still quite out of breath. What I'd recommend is to do a cool down on an exercise piece of equipment, or like I say, start with a jog, take it down into a walk. That way it just allows your heart rate to come down, prevents any possibility of blood pooling, sort of the distal parts of the body like the legs. So really, you know, that is advised. Once you've done that, just have a good shake out. And that's the workout done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions relating to it, what I've tried to do is, you know, compact it a lot smaller than the previous exercise, previous video, the nutrition one. So if you do have any questions, please leave a comment, like the post, please subscribe. Really enjoyed this exercise session. You guys holding me accountable for technique and things like that. So thoroughly enjoyed it. There'll be a lot more training videos coming your way. If there's anything you want me to cover, please do. I'm going to have my post-workout shake of 70 grams dextrose and a scoop and a half of LA Whey banana flavoured protein. Then I'm going to get showered. So thanks for joining me, and like I say, comments, likes, shares is very much welcome. Have a great day, guys.